right, so we have a Van Staal saltwater reel. We've been selling a lot of these in the shop, and a lot of people have asked us. We get phone calls all the time on how to do a retrieve change. Right now, this is right-hand retrieve. We're gonna switch it over to left. First thing you wanna do is loosen the drag up all the way, then give it one full turn of drag. You wanna take the spool off. Then this middle assembly is going to want to rotate on you one way, and we have to get this cap off. So you want to hold the assembly and then just unscrew the cap. That will expose the screw on top. Just use a flathead screwdriver for this. You can use a penny if you don't have a flathead screwdriver. It will fit in there. All right, get the screw out. This whole assembly lifts right off. You can see there's a pin right here. This pin has to come out for us to get to this bearing right here, which is one we're gonna have to flip. So you just push the pin from the back side, something sharp, tweezers or whatever you have lying around. Take the pin out. There's gonna be a gold cap that comes out next. And there's one washer that's gonna come out. Actually, there's two washers. And there's a little kind of retainer sleeve that goes inside the bearing. Get that guy out. I'm gonna take the bearing out. I'm gonna flip the bearing. I'm gonna put this retainer sleeve back inside the bearing. You'll see it's keyed on the bottom. There's two little protrusions right there, and they're gonna fit inside those two slots there. So when you put it on, just make sure that it's down in there. Usually if you rotate it, you can feel it seat right in. I'll get that in. I'll get these two washers back in there. And we'll get the gold cap on. And you can see there's a hole right there where that pin's gonna go. Just slide right through to the other side. And the reason we backed the drag all the way off at the beginning and then gave it one full turn of drag was if this drag is too tight, you're not gonna be able to get that pin in. It's gonna be too tight and you're not gonna have enough room. If the drag's too loose, this whole drag assembly can just fall out the bottom. So you always want to back it off all the way and then give it one full turn of drag. All right, once we get that, we'll get this top assembly. Just keep your finger over the bearing. You see it slides. Sometimes the bearing pops up. Just push it back down. Get the screw back in there. And then right now, I just want to make sure that this O-ring is seated nice and there's nothing dirt or anything stuck on there, because that is what's going to seal out all the water from getting in this top screw and into your assembly. O-ring looks good. Again, hold the middle. Screw that down tight. You can put your spool back on. One little trick to putting the spool on. Give it some drag. That way this thing only turns one way. When you go and fit your spool on, it'll just lock right in. And now it's left-hand retrieve.